I know you probably don't want to say I would have placed here, or I would have placed there, but where do you think you would have sort of, I suppose, lined up, and how do you think you would have compared against that sort of top three in that lineup?
I'm going to tell you exactly what I told Generation Iron a few hours ago, bro. And it's not an arrogance thing. It's not and if people know me very well, I'm not an arrogant person by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm telling you right now, if I did that show the way it's supposed to have gone, I would have won the whole show. Only because I'm confident in the package that I brought. I was the biggest, I was the most shredded, I was in more conditioning, I was more proportional, symmetrical. Not only I think, I believe I ticked all the boxes. And it's not even from a place of being arrogant or cocky or whatever the case may be. It's just me purely believing in my abilities and talents and believing in the fact that I worked hard. And I'm still going to continue to work hard. But everyone says I would have placed top three. I believe I would have won the whole thing.
Yeah, easily top three. No doubt about that. When I looked at the video, like I saw some iPhone videos from the side, and I've seen a few different angles of you on stage. And I think that sometimes iPhone videos show more than the actual webcast because it's a little bit shadowed and everything. Because I saw the one where you're pulling back and your back is inside out. And I remember seeing a photo of Richard Jones back in the day, and he had that real dry and crispness to his muscle with the roundness as well, which is something that you don't always see. And you had that. And I was like, wow, I'm so annoyed with this guy. Wasn't able to actually compete in that show because I would have loved to have seen how you matched up against Rafael and how it all sort of played out that way. Because I think it would have been very
100%.
close between you two, in my opinion. And the third place finisher as well, he was fantastic. All very hard. But I think you and Rafael had that really nice shape.
Look, don't get me wrong, brother. I absolutely respect every single guy that was on the stage. The guys really, really brought it. If anything, I was more annoyed at myself, as you said, is that I wasn't able to measure myself up against those guys, because for me, doing this show specifically was also wanting to gauge where I am, seeing what work I had put in, because remember, South Africa was in strict lockdown for the last 2 years. So all I could do was just eat and train. I couldn't compete, whatever the case may be. So for me, it was also a self, realization of wanting to see where I stand amongst the great guys that have placed second. I mean, I think William has placed second at a prog show. There's the guy from Germany. He's a beast of a human being. I also wanted to see where I placed against him. And then obviously the obvious guy that going into the show that I was going to be the biggest contender was Rafael. Huge respect for him. Love his physique, love his flow. So I just wanted to see where I measure up to guys that I think we're all coming up in the ranks together, being guys that, as I've said, being under 30, So I wanted to see where I fit into the whole, I'm not going to call it a new era of bodybuilding, but let's call it that just for a lack of a better term, you know what I mean? So for me, it was more of that eagerness to see, okay, cool. Here we are. We're starting to slowly getting into call it a new breed of bodybuilders. Look at guys that are literally, under 32. Samson Dawuda, Quincy Saraya, Blessing, Regan Grimes. I just wanted to see where I level up in terms of being in the same kind of age group, caliber of guys. We're all just in our infancy of our bodybuilding career. So for me, that was the biggest thing that I think hurt me the most,
Yeah, and because like you said, there is a whole new wave of guys coming in, all the names you mentioned. And I love the fact that a lot of these guys are very aesthetic as well. There's a lot of round,
100%,
more waist. And I love that, man, because it's bringing back sort of the old school and the way bodybuilding's moving now with, all the unfortunate passings that we've seen in bodybuilding, which has, been heartbreaking. I'm sure it's affected you, and I'll ask you a bit about that as well. But it's, these guys probably, maybe including yourself, go, well, I don't want to blow up to be, a 300-pound monster on stage because the high risks. Maybe I can bring the aesthetics and put as much muscle as I can on that sort of physique. But hope you guys enjoyed this short clip from my full interview with Sibu Kotelo. And if you want to check out that full interview, click the card just above or click the link in the description below, and that will take you to the full interview. He's super honest, super upfront, and he's a very nice, down-to-earth guy as well. So I hope you guys enjoy that full interview if you go and check it out. Also, guys, head to hdmuscle.com, enter the code desktop, you save yourself 10% on their amazing supplements. And if you already have a discount on there as well, if you have 20% off, 10% off some of the stuff on the store, If you use desktop, you'll get an extra 10% off. So you're winning either way. So make sure you do check that out. Also, if you like and appreciate this content, please give the video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. So for Xavier Wills and Sibusiso Kotelo, we are out.